Hello Leo. Sorry, I'm a little bit sleepy. It's Pisces time, so it's quite suitable, I guess, for me to be sleepy at the moment. Polina talking to you about March with a cup of coffee that's not doing very much. So, Leo, you are in March 2017. Great. Great. You're great. There's not much that I can do or say. You know what I mean? There is something that is complete. There is something that's definitely come to a standstill. I feel there is definitely like a platform or like a knowing that's going to be there for a long time. I feel for a lot of you guys in March, there will come a time though where it'll be played with. You know, it's like played with till it's not there or you want it to be something else. Like, you know, you get to a platform, you get comfortable, and sometimes for you guys, it can be like, you know, before you built this platform with blood, sweat and tears, and then you got there and then you just like have a look and it's just a little brick and you're like having a look at it. You're like, oh, goodness gracious, it's just a tiny little part of me. It's not actually anything that I want. It's not actually me. I don't associate with it. So when you are at that stage, when you're looking at what you've built and what you created for yourself during the first part of 2017 especially, I feel it'll be like a blessing not to do that. It'll be a blessing not to do that because sometimes you miss out on the bigger point. Because say if you're looking at what you've become and you're going, oh, that was easy, that's it, you're missing the big point because you're looking at a little brick but you're not looking at the wall. You know, you still got a whole wall to build. You still got a bigger picture. You still got to keep your eyes on the prize, on the horizon. There is something new coming, but I feel if you are celebrating too much, and it's almost like, say, you know, to the point where you win a lottery and then you just like take all that money and you do this at a club, you know, just like give it away. That is very likely, I feel, when you realize something that was very hard before became very easy and became a part of you now, and it's something that it will be with you forever. You reached a really nice prosperity level that's probably not going to go away for a while. When you're there, and sometimes you can see that it's almost like casual. It's like, okay, so I live in a mansion now, so I guess I can walk around in my dressing gown and slippers around that mansion, and maybe, you know, yeah, I'll have some wine and I'll just leave a, you know, big stain on the carpet. Who cares? You know, when you're at this point, there has to be something else. There has to be something else, because if you are trying to play with what you've had, it's like a cat and mouse game. If you're trying to play with what you've had before as a game, and then it's now too simple, it won't play with you, chances are there's a bigger game brewing. But if you're one of them Leos who is not happy yet and who's not really feeling that the platform has even begun, that is good too. So if you're feeling like you haven't done it, you haven't accomplished anything, or you haven't yet quite cracked the code, even though a part of you definitely has, it's a great time to do it for dream. You know, like you might actually say, for example, you're working on a formula, you're working on a painting, you're working on something. You might actually feel that the best way forward is to go to sleep, or like wake up with a stranger or something. Just go into this complete la la land, and you come out of it, and then you like got the formula in your head, and you're like, yeah, x plus y equals, you know, whatever, and then you're like, oh, wow. So basically dream time, very nice time to dream up big and to dream through the unconscious adventure of the mind, definitely. In other news, gorgeous people don't betray, but they do take you for granted. It's an interesting sign. I feel that you're ready for something big. I feel if you've got people that are beautifying you or beautiful with you at the moment, it's a very interesting sign for you to move forward. If you have a lot of different people around you that you don't feel gracious people, if you're just looking at them like, oh, you know, I don't know why I know this guy, I don't know why we still hang out, that's not real. There has to be a break. If you have people around you that are not giving you an adventure in the mind and the heart and not pushing you forward towards the greater boundary of yourself, it's not great. It's not about solitude this time. It's not really about friendships either. It's like being seen in the right situations. It's about being in bars. Very nice to be in bars and certain types of environments that are very chillaxed and very, very good for you. Very nice atmosphere, very nice music, very nice, beautiful, gallant dressing. Very lovely time to be seen but not heard, maybe. Very good time, very, very good time to go to a ball game. Very good time to go to any kind of game where people are just like putting on a show or doing a thing for each other and you're just sitting back and you're watching. Very nice time to watch some television if you do that. Very good time to upscale and upmarket as well. Say that you're something that you're not is not actually too bad of an idea during this time. Say if you're on a date, even, and you say, for example, had 4 partners in the last year, and they ask you, so, have you been seeing someone lately? And you can say, well, time will tell, and I might tell you one day, la la, like playing things in a different way, without lying though. So it's really nice time to allude and a really nice time to create a certain type of scene around you that you probably did not see happen before. Interesting time to get new friends and acquaintances. Not a good time to get a lover if you do not want them to be just like a game or part of the cycle, but not the cycle. It's not a good idea to structure a relationship for reals during this time, or to find yourself at your end with another person. It's not a good idea to knock down all boundaries and be there with them no matter what, and travel across the world just to hold their hand. It's not such a good idea to do that. It's a very, very nice, nurturing time to be seen as part of the game. Very good time to be part of a group, part of a cycle, part of a ceremony. Very fantastic time for ceremonies, actually. Very good time to be part of the crew working on a film. Very good time to be part of any kind of intergalactic scenario where people are talking about their past lives and ancestral beings from other planets. Very good time for that. Very good time. Anyone who has a very good grasp on who they are, or a very quirky or interesting identity, sort of making Aquarius time last, even though we're not in Aquarius anymore. Very good time to work with people who are goofy, quirky, youthful, and people who are really, really good today. Like, what I mean is timely ideas, genius ideas. Be on the lookout on YouTube for young people or up-and-coming professionals that do things that nobody else can do. Genius people, proteges. Keep an eye out for that and work with that energy and perhaps become something more in your new blueprint today. And for the end of the year, yes, definitely very good time to clap anything that you're doing, clap anyone that you know, just clap for them, and it's almost like it's done. The show is done. If you can imagine, the curtain is closing and you are in the theater, and now it's the way forward is to just clap and walk out of the theater. That's a very good vibe to have. And it's not a very, very good time to start something real. When you're with someone, you're this person's gonna be with me, I'm gonna start something real. Not a good time for that, but it is a good time for dinner. It is a good time for dinner. It's a very good time for celebration. And if you are starting a new relationship, make it like a fun one without any end or beginning, just like something that you don't really maybe even want to do, but something that you are creating for yourself as like an off-cut from the rest of your life. Very interesting time for ideas like affairs and things like that. For some of you guys, it can actually be an interesting enrichment to have somebody that you don't owe, but who is there as a sensual or an erotic experience. Is quite frequent during this time for you guys, especially as we swing into Aries. But take your mind off it though. So if you're thinking about somebody, if you're texting them, if you are too involved in somebody else's life, it's not such an enriching experience. Anyway, thank you very much, Leo. Time to have more, enjoy, and surround yourself with beautiful people. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful month.